Today on the Tamara Twist, we look at things from a new perspective and turn a bit of trash into a tiny treasure. At first glance, you probably wouldn't think these cute little bistro chairs are actually made from something that most people throw away. They are, in fact, the wretched refuse of much celebration. I give you the lowly champagne cork holder inner thingamabob. The official term is a cage, and by upcycling this bit of rubbish, you can make something beautiful and unique. But first, we're going to have to set the mood by starting with a bottle of champagne. Now, you may know this, but in case you don't, any bottle of sparkling effervescent wine cannot actually be called champagne unless it comes from the Champagne region of France. Turns out the French are a little persnickety about this. Me being a California girl, I'm gonna open a bottle of California sparkling wine. Now, while I'm doing this, I read that experts say that if it takes 5.5 or more twists to take the cage off a bottle of wine, you're opening the good stuff, real quality. So let's see what happens here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's a low budget production. So here we've got our cage. The cages are made up of 3 different elements. The part that actually covers the cork is going to be the seat of your chair. The twisted parts here is going to become the legs, and this wire here that holds it all together, that's going to become the back of your chair. Now, you can do this with your fingers, and I have actually made these chairs while sitting at a dinner party, but it's a lot easier if you use tools. Jewelry making pliers and wire cutters are really great, or if you don't have access to those, run out to your car and get your Leatherman out of your glove compartment. It'll come in handy. In order to preserve as much wire as you can so you have plenty to play with, I'm going to untwist this wire instead of cutting it. So just take your pliers and take apart that twist. And then when it's untwisted, then you're just gonna pull it out from the bits that are going to be your legs. That bit of wire is a little bumpy, and that's where your flat nose pliers are going to come in handy to flatten it out so that you can pull it through the legs. And then when that's finished, you're gonna have your seat, your legs, and your wire. Now the seat sometimes falls out, and if it does, pull those legs in just a little bit, and then you can turn them out a little to make the chair stand up. So then we're just gonna put it all together from this point. So you take one end of the wire and simply wrap it around the back of the legs. So I'm taking this and then just wrapping and then finishing off with the pliers. Wrapping it nice and tight, making sure we don't have any little ends sticking out, making it nice and neat and secure. And then just take the other end of the wire and do the same thing on the opposite leg. Just wrapping it around tightly and making sure that it's nice and secure. You don't want to have any little bits sticking out. And then your chair is going to look like this. Then from here we get to do the fun part, and that is embellishing the back. So what I've done on mine is just pulled this part together, sort of bent it a little bit, and then twisted the top just like it was twisted on the bottle before you took it off. Fold it back down and you get sort of a heart shape. From this point, you just want to finesse it a little bit. Use your pliers and smooth out any bumps, make it a little more symmetrical, and finish off your chair. And you'll have a chair that looks like this. Now, I have made a couple of other chairs as well. Here are some of the other variations I've made. So with this one, I made the back into a little heart, same technique. Then with this one, we actually used the wires from 2 cages, and the second wire is on the back here with the little twists coming around the top. This one also made with 2 cages, and you can see we've got 1 seat here and then 1 cork cover used as the back. And then this one, the twists came around towards the front to make little arms for the chair. This one, very curly cues, lots of embellishment. I was on my 2nd glass of champagne when I made it. Again, this is made with 2 cages and the arms made out of the wires coming around the back. There are lots of different things you can do with these. I've actually seen these used as place card holders at a wedding, and it'd be a very pretty dinner party addition as well. But realize that the more guests you have, the more champagne you're going to have to drink in order to get enough cages to make these beautiful chairs. I read that the French Benedictine monk, Dom Perignon, who is credited with the discovery and creation of champagne, when he took his first taste, said, "Come quickly, I'm tasting stars." So here's to tasting stars and making something beautiful. We'll see you next time.